Okay. As you probably saw in my last video, West Spazz Attack, I had Spazz attacks. I just went through a really hard breakup, you know. 1 whole year dating the same girl and, you know, doing stuff with that. Never mind. But the thing is, have you ever had a girlfriend that, you know, calls you 7 times a day, asks for immense emotional support 95% of the time, and then every time you give her emotional support, it's not good enough for her. So what does she do? She keeps on bitching and bitching and bitching. Exactly, like you said. Yeah, but you see, her name is Amber, and, you know, Amber, I love her to death, but still, you know, when you're sitting there, she says, Wes, I'm fat, and she weighs like 120 pounds. Wes, I hate my body when she has double D-sized boobs. Wes, you know, I always feel like it's too much, you know, and I'm sorry that, you know, it's so hard to be with you all the time. Well, you know what? It's hard to deal with you. You know, why does you don't shut up? You always think you're not adequate, and then you don't, when you do think you're adequate, then you think you're the best thing ever, and then you think that I suck. But then, you know, I love you to death, and I keep saying I love you, and I love you, and I love you. But no, if you listen to me now, you want to think that you, but that's beside the point. You know, because I'm sitting there, you know, we'll be sitting there, and, you know, going out with each other, if you know what I mean, and, you know, then we stop halfway through, and you're like, you know what, I love you, and then I'm sitting there, I'm like, I love you too, but then 20 minutes later, you say, I'm not sure about our relationship, and we get pretty much had sex in the middle of the night. Okay, I see how you are, yeah, you'll use me for my genitalia, and, you know, I'm like, but nothing else. That's the only thing you're going to use me for. I see how it is. I see how it goes. And what do? We break up a week later, or actually a year later. And, you know, we break up, and what do? You go for my best friend. How the hell do you do that? You go for my best fucking friend. Why? Why? What was it? Why did I even try? Why would I try? Huh? Why would I try? Yeah, that's right. You go for my best friend. And then, you know, sitting at the lunch table, you know, we're talking. I'm talking to Becky, and Becky's like, whoa, it's not like Becky. And we're just sitting there. I look across the table at you and Brian, and this is what I look at. That's what I see! I look at that, and that's what I see. I see you tonguing my best friend across the table. So what I do, I throw a water bottle at your guy's head, head, and what do you do? You know, and I'm just like, what the hell? I just saw you guys tonguing during the middle of lunch. I'm trying to eat my Oreos in peace. Why? I'm trying to eat Oreos in peace. I'm trying to eat pizza in peace. And I eat a freaking muffin like this big. I'm trying to eat the muffin as fast as possible because, you know, I have a bet going on with the guy on the other side of the table to see how fast I can eat this muffin. But no, what I have to look at during this whole thing, I see you tonguing my best friend. And then, you know, I have to wonder if he's fingering you under the table sometimes. You know, so I'm sitting there, you know, walking down the hall with Becky, and, you know, we're walking, and I'm like, woo, Becky! And, you know, because she's like my best friend. I'm walking, and I see you and Brian tonguing, I'm like, ah! You know, and I go, and I try to wind up dislocating my left shoulder because Becky holds on to me because she's an anchor, and she's like, oh no, can't off rest anymore because you don't want to get more suspended. So, you know, we grab on my arm, and I'm like, ah! And then Miss Murphy, you know, the photography teacher walks up, stop it, I'm going to be a total patient failure just because I can. So that's what that was like turned into. You know, I'm just sitting there and then I go to photography class and you're like, Wes, I miss you. I love you. I'm so sorry we ever hung up. Exactly. She comes up to me, I miss you, baby. I just saw you tonguing my best friend 4 times. You got bitched at. You call me, bitch at me, say never talk to me again. But then the next day, you're pretty much saying, Wes, I want you back. I love you. I love your cock. That's the way it looks. That's the way it sounds. That's what it acts like. That's what you do. That is what you do. There. Got it. You happy? That's what you do. You know, I go, I get myself another girl that I've been crushing on for 2.5 years, and we're actually like compatible. And what do? You come up, Wes, I'm jealous of her. I hate her guts.
You know that dog grabbing you
Why can't I just be with Sam? Really, seriously. What is your problem? No, what do? You sit there and you're like, no, you can't be with her. I don't like her. I don't know her. I'm jealous of her. Why is this? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm happy. Maybe I can't be happy without you. Is there something wrong with me being happy without you? No, you made me miserable. That's what you did. So yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens all the time. You know, and then go over, you know, I finally get happy, you know, I got you out of my life, talking to Steve, and then this is Steve. What's up, girl? Help me! Help me! And you know, he's seeing her, he's bawling his eyes out because this one girl that's 3 years younger than him will not date him. Why does this girl who's 3 years younger than him not date him? Well, maybe it's because she's 3 years younger than him. And you know, he's sitting there, he's like, "That's I want this girl so bad." And I'm like, "You know what, Steve, maybe you should try someone that's not making you, you know, a pedophile." You know, I know you're a lolicon and everything, but seriously, that's a little too extreme. You don't turn lolly into reality. The girl is 15, you're 18. It's not a difference. You don't want to get Carlos across the street and be a freaking pedophile. You know, he's 18, he's going on 19, dating a 14-year-old. I mean, come on. Seriously, what is up with you guys? I mean, sure, technically, I almost was a pedophile too, but that's beside the point.
Amanda.
Oh, fuck off. That was an accident. Brandy, if you're watching, you were an accident, and I am so sickened by you now, because all you are is a blasted slut. Seriously, you're flirting with the fat guys on the bus. You're flirting with losers who are in 8th grade for like 3 years. I mean, seriously, you're basically almost telling Chris Simon in the back of the bus. And I mean, seriously, you're like, "Oh, Chris, I'm serious, screaming out of the..." Yeah, I'm not going to say that because there's small kids here. But, you know, that's the way you are. I dated you for 2 months. Back to Steve. So, you know, Steve, you're sitting there and you're like, "Man, I feel like such a loser, man. You know, I don't understand how my girls don't like me." Then it's you turn into an enotastic rock. You look at that, you turn into an enotastic... What's the word? What am I looking for? An enotastic, stupid, me, son of a bitch. That's what you turn into. You're like, "Oh my god, oh 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 my god, and you turn into a horny monkey. That's what happens. Plain, simple, to the point. That is what happens. You turn into a toxic horny monkey. Every time you see a girl that you like, and then you basically splooge all over pictures of her now you the time. I mean, hell, you're the same guy that looks that, ooh, nasty. You're the same guy that, you know what I'm saying, I see watching porno until like the wee hours in the morning and playing WoW for the rest of your life. I mean, Steve, you're a great friend, but seriously, work on your women's skills. I need air, hang on. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think that's all. No, that's not all. No, I think that is all. Oh, and by the way, it is not a misconception that when you're almost having sex in the backseat of a car, the windows do fog up, so please remember that. Okay, thank you for me going off on a total and complete psychotic rant. This is Wes.